I'm Tammy Jones, and I am the 2014 U.S. Amateur Champion.
I'm Linda Wang, and I'm the 2017 U.S. Amateur Champion.
My name is Dana Aft, and I am the 2013 U.S. Amateur Champion.
My name is Kenneth Brisbane, and I am the 2014 U.S. Amateur Champion! Yes! Yeah, baby!
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Open Division of the U.S. Amateurs, right here at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. Excuse me. This is going to be, I believe, a second round of the winner's side. So both these gentlemen have a win on under their belt. I don't think we've gotten started. Maybe we have. It looks like maybe the match has begun, but we're going to go over to the table now and introduce our players. You can see now David Singleton from Port Orange, Florida, local, not too far away, and Steve Langiano, Branson, Missouri. Excuse me, Steve. I'll get that right as the match goes along. Don't think the guys, it kind of appears they're in the middle of the match already. They may have just started game number one. This is the 4:30 round. Again, both are undefeated so far in the tournament. It looks like they're starting off with the 9-ball side of the event. We didn't get a chance to go over the format there, but the format is a double elimination until we reach the finals. It's there we go, race to 7, combination of 8-ball and 9-ball, 5 games of 8-ball, 8 games of 9-ball, max on both of those, double elimination. We're not using a lag this year because of the COVID, but the winner of the coin toss gets to either choose the break or the format, and then the other player gets to choose accordingly. So now what looks like a pretty easy starter here on the 8 and 9 to get on the board. Looks like really good cue ball speed coming down the table. Just something, maybe a little fuzz flying around there. Nice shot there to open our match.
I got to get who's who because I don't know.
The rack being inspected here in game number 2.
David Singleton is in the red.
Now David to break off in game number 2, and I love that jersey, David. Nice break there, making the 1 in the side and the corner ball. Is the 7 going to get out of the way? Nah. So he doesn't really have an open pocket as far as a cut shot. He's got a bank cross side that I believe does go. I don't think the 7's in the way. May see a safety, we'll see. It's close enough to the 2. You can hit this a lot of ways with a lot of control. Play the 2, kind of bump it back behind the 4. Bring the cue ball back behind the 6 maybe. Possibility. Don't mind him really going at the bank either. The 3's very available, so tend to want to take on those tougher shots whenever there's a reward in mind, meaning a future run out. Okay, that's the shot I initially talked about, looked like. Pretty nice control there. He may have left a little sliver of it, but doesn't appear so. So now our first look at Steve. Nice shot. Nice soft speed too. And really, I think he accomplished what he wanted, just to keep Steve off the shot. Or excuse me, David Singleton. Touchy little shot here. Too much angle to really knock the 2 away and hold the cue ball behind the 4, maybe possibly behind the 9. Knock the 2 up to the end rail and just, again, when you're close to it, you can apply that little draw and still hold the ball and not overhit the object ball. When you're a little further away, that's tough. You tend to put too much speed on the object ball, but now he's close to it. The thing with this shot a lot of times is, he's looking at the combo now. So this offensive shot is not one you'll take on a lot of times, but sometimes it just sits there and you like the way it looks. So that has a lot to do with sometimes attacking on shots you normally wouldn't. Just keep looking at it and it just sits good, keeps reminding you, man, I like it, I like it. Good effort there by David. Now Steve didn't come away with the greatest of shots. Even though he's close to it, I don't think the 2 goes by the 3. It does cut to the upper left. Okay, decided to play a safety and a smart one. Going to be a hard hit here for David. Lots of traffic out there. Maybe 1 rail cross. Just hit a little short of the side pocket he's near with the cue ball and just go 1 rail straight across. That's tough. It doesn't really look like it adds up. Yeah, I think he's kind of making sure of that. So yeah, that's about the only shot I see right there. Go 1 rail just by the 7 and some good things can happen. And just, first thing you're really looking to get done here is make a good hit on the object ball. When it's tough like this, you just concentrate on trying to hit it. He needs a little bit of downward strike or else it's going to go long like that. Yeah. So now Steve's first offensive opportunity here in game number 2. He's got ball in hand. He should put the cue ball behind the 2 and play it in the side. Could put it behind for the corner also. It does go in the lower left, I believe. Nice shot there just to hold underneath. Smart play. Just pinch the cue ball back here. A little light on the draw, but he can work the cue ball up and down the table, I think. Could float it, but you figure just go ahead and go up and down. Watch out, 9 ball. Watch out. Okay, he's clear. Has some distance here, though. Nice shot. It's very natural. It looks very comfortable out there. A little thin on the 7, but shouldn't be a problem. Just waiting on the player next to him. Could go past the 9 a little bit, but good speed there, holding just for a little bit of a cut shot on the 9. Watch out for the upper right-hand corner. All right, 1-1. Steve Langiano. How's that? That's better. Watch out, cue ball. That's what happens. Sometimes it doesn't scratch right off, but you put it near it, then ball's coming by. Definitely, you know, it looks like a little bit of bad luck, but I think if you ask Steve, that one's on him a little bit. Just losing the cue ball towards that side just increases the chances of scratching one way or another. Okay, good cue ball control there. Just draw the ball back for a little angle on the 4 to come back up the table for the 5 in the side. And just checking a couple different locations for the cue ball, making sure he can reach it and really kind of what he wants to do with the shot. That's pretty perfect. Real natural with a high ball to come back down the table for the 5 in the side. Kind of addressing the 6 because that's the most work here from the 6 to the 7. Yeah, I don't think I would really play the 5-8 myself, but perfect speed with the cue ball again, and just giving himself that, like I call it, that mild information of where you want to go. You don't want to trip out on it, or, you know, I call it like over focusing kind of. You know, just take it mildly and you'll figure out the right decision, and usually that leads to really good cue ball control as well. May got a little straight here. May have to force this towards the 6 a little bit, like that. Got a little straight, great camera view there. So probably gonna have to play the 7 up long, excuse me. Okay, held a little angle, which is important. Now he can go forward and really shouldn't try to get on the good side of the 8. Not only is it almost impossible to do, but it's not really necessary. You can follow past the 8 just a little bit and play a 3-rail angle off the 8 to come back for the 9. Rather than forcing it to what would be ideal. You got to realize if ideal is possible first off, and then second if it's needed. Looking around the room, I see a lot of great play going on. Really, really tough event here. Whoever ends up victorious come the end of Sunday, or Sunday evening-ish, or whatever it is, but should be plenty proud because they have to work their tail off to get through this field. Yeah, I didn't think that, again, he didn't want to play the 8 a little thinner in the side pocket and that 3-rail angle I was talking about. So he tried to force the ball a little bit off the rail for the 8 in the corner. Just kind of got away from him a little bit. Steve, just I can tell he's played pool for a while. He's very natural. Looks like he shoots really straight as well. And now with his first lead at 2-1. These guys will play 8 games of 9-ball. Then we'll move on to the 8-ball side of things. And watch out, cue ball. Yeah, just missed it a little bit off to the side, so that's what cost the cue ball. And the rack didn't really open that great either, just a little bit of a miss hit on the 1, but the 2 goes to the upper left is about it looks like. Maybe it goes by the 9, I don't know. Yeah, that's the spot I'd like to get there. So he should play the 1. See where the cue ball's at now, in that corner nearest the cue ball. Yeah, you should grab that, put the cue, there you go, a little bit behind it, a little more behind it than that maybe. Yeah, just a touch. He'll hit 2 rails here. Just past the 3, in between the 3-6 and drop down. Now speed's got to slow down a little bit. So that's okay though. He's in a good position to play a nice safety and knock the 2 away. Playing him right behind the 4. Oh, he let it get away. And one thing, Steve, or excuse me, David, he's taking his time on most things, and that one he's just, you know, some of them easy safeties you'll kind of take for granted. Doesn't take much to lose the cue ball, so maybe just a hair of extra time there for David. First ball I've seen Steve miss.
Strokers is going to be doing a shift change at this time, so if you guys have tabs, please go up, clear out your tab, so they can do a shift change. Thank you.
Okay, that should be fine. 3 hanging, he can cheat the pocket, and the 4 goes by the 9, so he doesn't have to get the cue ball back out where it's at now if he doesn't choose to. In fact, that's probably rather stay on what is the left side of our left side of the 4. That way he doesn't have to deal with the 9 and all that. Well, if he gets back over in a good position, it's pretty good. Looks like he's just going to bump the 6 a little bit. Didn't want to fall on the rail, but he's got enough angle to move the ball still. Nice shot. Nice shot. May have to move the ball a couple cushions here. He could play short side on the 7. It looks pretty nice. He can cue the ball well. He's going to have to draw out of there, it looks like anyways. May contact the 9 just slightly. So low with a little bit of right English here. It's got to go a little bit. That should work. Now he's got a nice natural 2-rail angle. Hit the side rail, the end rail, and just kind of float past the side pocket. Got plenty of angle to get the cue ball moving. It's all about direction. Nice shot. Really impressed with all the players around here that I've seen. And one thing you don't see very often with David playing with the carbon fiber, which is very common, but you won't see many play. Of course, the glove's very, common these days, period, no matter what kind of cue, but especially with the carbon fiber, you see not too often without the glove. All right, nice shot. Now tied up at 2 games apiece. We've seen a lot of them on this table. I think that's the first of our match here, first of this match, the first dry break. So we'll see Steve back at the table now. Long, tough 1-ball. Not an easy safety either. Not sure he can even get shape if he makes the 1. Great shot. Man, really hit it well, but like I said, it's just real limited what he could do with the cue ball being on the rail and so far away. So just had to try and make the shot, and hopefully he got by the 5. Should help the confidence, though, that long, nice shot on the 1. Nice shot there. The 6 may help him out here, and it did. So a good hit. Okay, pulling out the jump cue. He rattled it, hit it well. Good control there. Just find that little gap up the table for the 3. He's got to, again, work the cue ball, though. He's going towards a little bit of trouble with the 6 and all that. Oh, nice shot. Just smoothed it in between them balls. Steve looks pretty solid to me. Both these guys do. Probably just bumps the 8 a hair here. That'll give him a nice, if he bumps the left side of the 8, should give him a nice little natural angle to fall off the 5 to the 6. Good position here. A little out of line here, meaning he's not exactly perfect, but still not a problem. Just pull it to the rail a little bit and out. I wouldn't even call that out of line. Just not exactly ideal, you might say. Now, after 5 games, Steve Langiano up 3-2. Missed the 1 a little bit, so I think the 7's tracking towards the side, possibly. It is. No real offensive shot, you might say, but still would rather be at the table making this decision here. He just edged this ball. Nice shot. I'm not sure he got a full snooker. Yeah, I think he did. So really nice, just clipping that 1, not letting it get away. Yeah, looking at considering jumping this, maybe curving it a little bit. Kind of like the kick shot a little bit, just because he should be able to hit it with the kick, and the jump, I don't really think he's trying to make anything. Maybe a bank combination on the 1-5. One thing he may be able to do is hold the cue ball down there. That would be nice. Now watch out. Is the 1 going to go off the 6 possibly? It's going to bounce a little bit, so leave things tough for Steve. So you could say mission accomplished for David. Tough little kick shot here. Can't really go at it, I don't think, straight on. Maybe he can. Just bumps it. Don't let it come up too much. I was going to say he's probably not going to like the outcome overall, maybe. It's going to be behind the 6 most likely anyways. Oh, doesn't want to make anything, so watch out there. Oh, great shot there. He's going to get a reward for it, too. I think you may see David go with the jump cue again here. Or maybe the kick shot is dead here. That's what he's looking at. Maybe I can kick and hit the 1 off the 2. It's real close. I think he can make it a couple different ways as well. Great shot. Really nice effort there. It's going to be a little stretched here on the 2. And a little thin, so he's going to have some speed on the cue ball, so he's got to consider that. May have to move it up and down the table, try and get maybe the 3 in the same corner as the 2, something like that. Looks like he's probably going for the extension. Okay, nice shot. He got a lot out of that. Got a lot of spin. He's going to dress up pretty decent now. Very difficult to get on the 4. You notice it doesn't pass the 5. I think he actually got a little more out of that cue ball than he expected on the 2. Wow, what a draw stroke. Watch out, corner pocket down here. Now, he may get a cross side bank if it stays off the rail. Man, on the rail, that's a tough one. When you're off the rail there, you can kind of manipulate the 4 and tighten up the bank a little bit. When you're on the rail, very difficult to do. So he may just have to play the 4 down table and just try and use some separation, maybe a bonus if he gets the snooker. Nice shot. Smart shot there, kicking behind that, trying to bring the 4 down. Good shot. Looking at a kiss shot, a bank on the 4 maybe, and a kiss shot on the 9 with a big pocket with the 5 being there, so I like it. Key to this is not overhit it. You have to get, I mean, you have to put a little speed on it. Of course, you're drawing the ball, but when you overhit it, you don't draw enough off the 4 and you hit underneath the 9, and yeah, like that. And you got to be just trusting to smooth draw it, kind of. You know, of course, you're 7 feet away, so you do have to apply some speed, but you have to give it time to draw off of that ball to get to the good side of the 9. And, you know, the outcome of the shot didn't make it look like that great a decision, but I think it was the right decision. Like I said, though, just a little bit better execution is all. Oh, rare miss from Steve. We haven't seen many of those. Good chance that'll tie our match at 3 games apiece here if David can get out. I like his chances. Okay, nice shot there. Wants a little bit of a bounce here, a little more than that maybe. So he could power the ball, or else he could go forward a little bit and just take the 9 in the other corner. Oh, he got it out a lot. Look at that. Nice stroke.
Guys, if you can, please cash out your tags. Rovers is trying to do a shift change, and they need those cashed out, please. Thank you.
All right, 3 apiece. Just 2 more games of the 9-ball side of this match. Won't get on to see these guys' 8-ball skills. We're definitely going to see Well, let's see. We're definitely going to see at least 3 games, at least 3. Well, at least 2 games of the 8-ball. That probably looking at many more. Just depends on how this match goes. Perfect break there. Making the corner ball. The 1 comes off 2 rails down to the corner. I'm not sure if the 2 goes or not, so that may slow David down a little bit, but yeah, Steve looking to go lefty there. And the problem is, like, he can see it that maybe the 2 doesn't go, so what am I really going to do with this 1 to get in position to maybe play safe on the 2? There's a kiss shot on the 8 there that's possible off the 2. With the bridge, so he's going to try and put some draw on this. Doesn't want to just stay there. It's going to end up not working out. It's going to get behind the 4, I think. Nice shot. Didn't quite fully snooker Steve, but still, though, anytime you're kicking and you keep your opponent off an offensive shot, you've done most of what your job is. Just trying to get the situation to improve a little bit. Now, Steve had a great plan there, getting the 2 little past the side, trying to get him behind the 8. Does he bank at this and draw the cue ball back? He drew it, that's for sure. It's about all he had, though. Now he opened up the 4 a little bit, so that may make things a little easier for Steve if he can bury this long 2 ball. Yeah, nice shot. Another tough one here. All right, just pretty much stop your cue ball here. That leaves you a nice little angle off the rail. I wouldn't go too forward. Yeah, just kind of hold the cue ball. Real natural player here, Steve is. Doesn't take much time either. It's got to go a little bit. This ball got funny, so. Nice shot. Like I said, doesn't take much time, but tell he's hit a couple million pool balls in his life. lost the cue ball. So exactly maybe what David was looking for. Ball in hand here to get the run started, trailing by a game. I think it is 4-3. Is that right? All right, so he should just lightly stun towards the center of the table, keeping that angle. Is he going to follow past there, past the 5 maybe? All right, just stun towards the 2, get a little closer. Keeping that nice angle to come across for the 3. All right, he got behind here, so he doesn't have to fool with that 4-9. I mean, nothing wrong with the early winner, but when you're not guaranteed to set up on it nice, you definitely want to try and just run the table. He's got a nice angle here to move over for the 4 in the same pocket as the 3. There's a choice here. I kind of like just stunning up the side of the rail here and play the 5. He's going to follow across, and there's nothing wrong with that, but he's got to have good speed. All right, that's the shot I was talking about. That's the shot I like. Because you're always off the rail. You're never really going to get straight on the ball, and if you do, you're off the rail, so it's no big deal. If you come across and use 2 rails in that shot, speed's a little off. You fall on the rail kind of straight, you could get in trouble and have to shoot the 7 from, you know, some distance away. So good decision there by David. All right, I think I like the draw stroke, but it looks like he's going with a high ball. Draw stroke, he has to go to short side, but so we'll see. May have to cue this with a little inside. Oh, he's okay. It was less angle than I thought. That's definitely the right shot, and well struck by David. Looking to tie this match at 4 apiece. Great shooting. Losing that cue ball on the break there by Steve. Now 4-4. So it's 8 ball now, I believe. So we'll see David break in the first game of 8 ball. Didn't hear anything down. Maybe he did make one. I didn't notice it if he did. Lots of clusters here, though. I mean, it looks like the solids are really the way to go because the 2 is very clean. The 1, I didn't want to get jacked up too much, but if he can hold the ball on the 1, the 2 will let him move the cue ball a little bit around the table. May want to draw this back maybe 2 or 3 inches. Okay, squeezed it in. Now he's just got to come around the 10 and get on the 7. That's about it. Just get to the shot here. Oh, I don't know about that one. Now he's going to have to be faced with a long 4 ball. Maybe run into the 8 with the cue ball off of 1 rail. Wow, nice shot. Nice shot. So now it's just 7, 5, 3, and then the 8 most likely. Well, he's going to play the 3 first. I guess maybe the 8 in the side goes easily, I guess, maybe. You thought you may have wanted to leave the 3 to get on the 8. We'll see. That's going to be a little light. Oh, great shot. Does he have a bank here? They have to cut it. I thought the 15 may have been in the way, but maybe not. Wow, good shooting and great shooting there by Steve. Kind of shot his way out of that one. Got a little out of line after the 3rd shot and had to roll the 4. Nice little shot on the 3 in the side. Little light on the last one. Crept it in the side and then a really nice cross bank. Pretty consistent with the 2nd ball break for the tournament mainly. We've seen a few, using the head ball, but not many. Looks like he's taking on a straight. 13. Nice shot. Held the cue ball with what looks like probably the 14 next. David shoots the 14. That's going to open up the 4 ball, so he's going to need to get out. Nice shot. Having the 15. So we'll see how he wants to play this. It's going to be 15 and then 13, maybe 10 in the side. Thing about the 10 in the side, does that lead towards the 11 first? That's the one I like, and then the 9 last. Only because the 11 is a little easier to get to the 9 than the 9 to the 11, I think anyways, because the 4 ball there. So, now it makes a huge difference if the 11 goes by the 3 as well. Okay. Pretty much the crucial shot here to get on the 10 correctly to make that decision. Be nice to have gotten rid of the 11 right there. I might have looked at that. See if I can get rid of the 11 and come around and get on the 13 full and that kind of makes things easier to play the 10 and then the 9 last. Yeah, the 11 does go by the 3, so not sure that's going to come into play now, but it wouldn't have been bad right there off the 15 to get on the 11 and just kind of take that one out of there early. Ooh, that's close. I think he's okay. Now he actually may end up playing the 11 by the 3, considering the angle he got here on the 10. Looks like he's going forward for the 11, it looks like to me. Well, maybe not. Maybe holding for the 9. Okay, got that one down. And now that 11 going by the 3 is huge because he's got plenty of angle on the 9 now. So just pull the ball. Make sure you don't get behind the 8. You don't have to be straight on the 11. That's the straighter you are, the better it is, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that should work. Now, I kind of saw from that great camera work from Murdoch that the 3 doesn't have the entire pocket, it doesn't appear, so it needs to be hit well. Has most of the pocket, though. All right, well struck. Very impressed with both these guys. I'll tell you, they play solid. Just like any match, professional or whatever, you see a mistake or two, but not many. Well, in a much-needed situation, Mr. Singleton got on out. Now cuts our match to 5-4. We'll see if David sticks with that second ball break. Going down to the wire, very similar to our match earlier. And didn't see one down. I did make one, okay. Looks like a solid. They're not the best, but they're not horrible. I mean, they're doable. May have to utilize that 5 ball. The 4's tough too. The 7-2, of course, but so not easy. But if he could move the 11, if he could just move the 11 a little bit, that would make a huge difference. Not sure if the 5's a little too thin to put a little left spin and come back and bump the 11 open and really open that combination on the 7-2. He'll open up a pocket for the 4 when the 1's gone a little bit. Yeah, I think he can do that. I think he can spin this ball. Oh, he's going to take the combo first, really? Maybe he's just sizing it up. Now he shot at it. Was hoping to create something on the 4, and I don't blame him. And not only that, if it's makeable, that's taking care of one problem. So he's got the 5 and the 7 to work for the 4. Once he removes the 1, like I said, he'll have a pocket for the 4. So let's see what he's got to work with here. Maybe the 4 last. Maybe something like the 1, 5, 6, 7, 4. You'd like to be able to get on the 6 now, but I don't know. All right, he's going to take on the bank, it looks like. I don't blame him either, really. All right, great shot. Now he's in the clear. Took care of both problems in the first 2 shots. That's always sweet. Kind of wanted to get the 7 next and then the 6-1 maybe. Maybe the 1-6, just kind of depending on what angle he falls on. Don't force it. You can do other things. If this 7's tight, doesn't have to be right now. All right, used all the pocket to get it down. It's up to him. If he feels good to stun straight across on the far side of the 11, or come back behind the 11 to get on the 1, that's okay either way.
Drawing. All the participants in the U.S. Am is going to be in the drawing. I'm going to spin the wheel right now. Let you guys know who you want. Here we go. Thomas McDaniels. Steve McDaniels. Steve McDaniels, you want to keep.
I think they just gave one of the cues away for the drawing. Keep you up to date on that. All right, wants to go a little bit. Definitely doesn't want elevated, but he's okay. Nice little natural angle to probably catch 2 rails coming back and forth for the 8. It's all about just making that 1 ball. Got a little thin. I think he has too many worries. I think he can still hit a high ball. He might catch a piece of the 9. Don't think he goes underneath the 9 and catches it and scratches. I think if he drew the ball now, he could have a problem and maybe scratch if he didn't hit it how he wanted. But otherwise, unless he hits it very hard, don't really see much possibility of scratching. Now, if he tries to draw to the side rail, that's very doable, and he's close enough to it to do it. But if you don't strike it how you want and draw it how you want, you could maybe lose the cue ball. All right, good shot. Again, very impressed with the skill level that I'm seeing here. And these are not full-time pool players for the most part. A few here that, you know, don't play professionally, obviously, but play a serious amateur game and play a lot of big amateur events, along with some what you'd call regional events, and also involved in the pool industry in one way or another. Some people that run some leagues and whatnot, but most of these people here have a somewhat of a 9-to-5, along with obviously spending a lot of time playing pool, which is very, very impressive. All right, so another lead change here in this match. Steve took a 2-game lead after the 9-ball part of the match into the 8-ball, and it's been all David since. All right, nice speed on the break there. I'm not so the cue ball got kissed. Now he's made a solid. So now one thing about Steve, he doesn't take much time, so he'll make a decision, and he needs to make a few of them here, it looks like. Look at all the balls pretty much on one side of the table. So it usually calls for a lot of shorter shots, but you better be pretty good with the cue ball. So it looks like he's going to play a 1-5. Now, what's going to happen with the 8 later? Yeah, I would be very careful here. You got to make something, right? But just looking at it, the 8's trouble. I don't think there's many problems as far as getting through these solids down here, and then the 1 maybe last. But oh, this ball acted a little funny. He almost got where he can cut the 2 in and go into the 8 and bust that open. That would be like ideal. Now he's going to try and squeeze the cue ball up on the 2. Nice shot. Nice shot. I think you'll see David here just trying to make a good hit. Maybe kick at the 9. You just don't want to give up ball in hand to where your opponent can. Yeah, don't think I would kick at the 10. I think I would kick at, well, either's fine, but maybe kick at the closest one, which would be the 9. But just don't want to give up ball in hand where Steve can pocket the 1 and open the 8 up nicely some kind of way, and then, kind of advance through the run from there. So huge shot here for David Singleton. Again, that top English, it spread on him a little bit. When you're going quick into the rail on that small angle, you got to be real careful. Easy to let it spread on you. So you kind of hit downward with like a center ball. Don't let the ball really spin with that high English. And even with ball in hand, this is touchy because, if you go into the 8-12, they could tie up again, like re-tie up. You could lose the cue ball a little bit. Okay, this is the shot I like, trying to rub them that way. That way you got the 4 or the 1 to get shape on. So, and that's what almost happened, kind of not unintentionally. When he was at the table last, he almost got on that 2 ball to where he could shoot that exact same shot. It's got to go a little bit. So now he's really relying on moving. Okay, is he going to shoot the 4 and then move off the 6? Okay, so he needs to stay off the rail with the cue ball. Off the rail with the cue ball. Very, very important. Now he's got to draw his ball, so it doesn't want to contact the 10. Yeah. He's kind of looking at the tip like maybe it wasn't the best contact there. So got a makeable kick shot on the 8 and the side, but it's going to have to hit perfect. Oh, looks pretty good line. Oh, he's going to catch the 12. Don't go in, 8. Don't want to see anybody lose like that. A lot of pressure now, though, on David, of course, ball in hand, but to end the match, of course, that's always a little extra pressure. Don't think too many worries, though. Yeah, I don't think he has to do that. He has plenty of pockets for that 13. So it'd be like the 13, 12, maybe 14, and then come down and take care of these 4. You wouldn't want to wait on the 12, even though it's nearest, just because it's kind of a little secluded over on the side rail. So this is what I like here, just pocketing the 13, kind of go forward just a hair for the 12. Didn't quite move it as much as he wanted, I'll tell you. It was a little worrisome, but again, I wouldn't wait too long on that 12 ball. Now, if he's not just totally in love with it now, I understand, but normally that's a shot that you would be very happy with. So he's just going to wait and use the 15 to get on that. So he'll follow the cue ball down here. Or he's just going to, oh no. Didn't expect that. And he may have gotten a little lucky. That second bump on the rail made it very difficult to get at this 8. Now, a second ago when it was up a little bit, the rail first was very easy. Now that second bump kind of made it look like he gave more of a shot, but he may have actually gave less of a shot. Especially if the 8's not playable in the corner. Yeah. He can get through to the 8, but can't spin it in, so. Looks pretty good, and that'll do. Now we're going to go hill here. So David's going to be upset about that. Ball in hand, open table to win the match, but just got to shake that off. It's happened to all of us. It's going to happen again. Okay. Don't see anything down yet. Oh, there's the 15. There's the 1. So exactly what you want in this situation. You got your choice. The good thing about that is, you don't always wake up with that great of a shot if you just make 1. But now you have your choice. You figure to have something to work with. And it looks like it's going to be a strike. And that's kind of forced upon David. Excuse me, Steve. Now the 8's another big concern, so. Could have used maybe a hair more out of the cue ball there, but still not bad. The good thing is he's got the 9 and 10. If he can work this rack and leave one of them till late, maybe that leads towards getting on the 8 a little bit better. So it's got to be the 12 ball now and use the 9 or the 10 to get on the 14 maybe. Maybe he's going to shoot the 11 and open up the 14. Now when you open it, cue ball's got to get free a little. You figure it too, but that's a light speed there. That's what I don't think I could have gone in with that light speed, because you have to shake the cue ball loose, right? So, I mean, you're not going to hit it Mach 5 or anything, but you definitely need a little something on there. Yeah, nowhere to run here as far as a safety, I don't think. Not something that's not going to get you just in a little more trouble, believe it or not. Oh, wow, what a nice shot that was. Wow, good effort. Okay, so he's left David a little thin on the 3, but really about the only offensive play he has besides a bank on the 7. Got a little protection knowing the 8's kind of tied up to his balls up the table. 2's a little tricky as well, so nothing easy. And we are hill. He's trying to kick the 2 out. Smart player here, both these guys. So now he'd love to get on the 4 to where he could open up the 5-8, because he can get out now. Okay, he's going to go and take care of the 7. He's just trying to hold for that 6. That way he plays the 4 on the side, the 5 on the side, the 2 last, I think, and then the 8. So pretty savvy 8-ball players right here, these two. Played pretty darn good 9-ball as well. Yep, you got a couple choices there. So don't get lost trying to get exactly where you want and then end up missing the ball, right? So when you got choices, relax a little bit. Know you got a little bit of choice, and make sure you put that good stroke to make the ball. All right, not bad. Looks like he got off the rail easily as well. That always helps. Great camera shot there. He could take on the 5 first and then take the 4 and then the 2. It's kind of what he's looking at as his plan. 4 is a little easier shot, and I'm assuming, I guess, the 5 doesn't go in the opposite side pocket. I would love to shoot the 4 in the side, then just slide over a little for the 5 in the side. He's sizing up all of his options, and I don't blame him. David Singleton and Steve Langiano. Hill here, winter side match in the second round of the winter side here at the 2021 U.S. Amateurs, coming to you live from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. Yeah, don't like him having to bump the ball, and that tells me right there that I think the 5 does go on the opposite side. But looks like he's going to go ahead and bump this 5 a little bit. Watch out, cue ball. All right, so he's going to have to ease this in. He's got a little angle, but I don't think he'll force it to the end rail and back up. Both these guys really have good skills, so I'd advise just roll this in and take the long shot on the 2. Don't have to try and get a whole lot closer to the 2 ball here. And this is where I've made the mistake of over easing the ball, really trying to hold shape. Remember, you can afford a little more movement on the cue ball. That looks pretty ideal there. So really, after watching these 2 play, and along with all the matches, unfortunate to see one has to go to the loser's side. They're both playing great, but I'm sure that they'll keep on doing their thing on the one loss, no matter who it is. I think these are going to be 2 tough opponents, no matter who they're playing. So try and just settle the nerves a little bit. All right, good shot. 8 in the upper right corner to win the match for David Singleton. Steve, if it don't work out, you played a great match. Just keep doing what you're doing. Oh, no. Yeah, unfortunate to see there. Nobody expected that, and made a really nice out to get to where he was at. Okay, he's going to take on the 10 here. What's he doing with the 9? Okay, worked out there. Moved it quite a bit. Cheat the pocket here and go 3 rails. This is unfortunate for David, but again, both guys played really well. Keep your heads up, both you guys. Both deserve the win. Only one can go on the winner's side. Thanks very much, everyone. Jeremy Jones here at the Open Division of the U.S. Amateurs and Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. We'll be back with the 6 o'clock round soon. Stay tuned.